Alright, how are you doing, everybody? Decided to give y'all a little bit of a look at my bike and my traveling setup for moto camping. I'm about to take a 4 or 5 day trip up from eastern side of Georgia up to Dills Gap. It's not a long trip. I think total it's about 8-9 hours. Going to kind of stretch it out, make it about 2 days up there, 1 day of riding the Dragon up at Dills Gap, and then 2 days back just to test out my camping equipment and yeah, the rest of the gear. This will be the first time that I do moto camping. Got a lot of camping experience though, and so without further ado, I'll just walk y'all through the bike. I'll start out front to back, let you know what extras I have from the that don't come on the stock bike, and where I got them from. If anybody has any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. Okay, so without further ado, this is the front of the bike, obviously. Decided to switch out the stock tires with Michelin Pilot Road 4s, the trails. I really like these tires a lot. I've had Pilot Roads on some of my other bikes before. These are a lot better than the stock tires, obviously. Believe it or not, they're actually better on gravel, at least in my opinion, than the stock tires. It feels a lot more planted, so I like it a lot. Alright, next thing we have a fork brace on there. I actually forget where I got it from. I'll try and put it in the annotations if I remember, but if anybody else recognizes this fork brace, go ahead and put it to the comments, and let everybody know where it came from. Alright, I also have a radiator guard. It's a R&G radiator guard from Twisted Throttle. Most of the equipment on the bike I got from Twisted Throttle. I love them. You can pretty much search for anything you want on your bike, buy your bike specifically, and they'll have it. Alright. Next thing is windscreen. It's a MRA windscreen with the X-Screen spoiler on it. Right now it's just set up for regular roads and little byways. I usually extend it up a little bit more for highways and long distance travel, just to give me a little bit more wind over the helmet. Alright. Next thing I got is the mirrors. Actually, these are, I believe, Aprilia mirrors. I hate the stock square mirrors. These are a lot better. They deflect the wind a lot better and give me a better view out to the sides. Alright, also have Bark Busters handguards. A lot of people don't like handguards. I love them. I have the extensions usually on during colder weather, and they keep the bugs from hitting my knuckles, and a little bit of extra protection in case of a crash. What else? Alright. Also have Pazzo adjustable levers, brake lever and clutch lever. They're the same on each side. I love those. I like the reach of them. I like the adjustability. I highly recommend those. Alright, next thing we got is going to be the tech mount. This is part old style tech mount and part new style. For the from this extension up is the new style, and with a little ball mount here, and this is my phone holder, and also I'm going to be using my phone as my GPS and media player, so that's why that's front and center. Right here's my RAM mount for my camera. Oh, and by the way, I'm filming this, and I'll be filming parts of my ride using a GoPro knockoff. This is going to be, I'm using a SJCAM 5000 plus Wi-Fi. It's actually a pretty good camera. We'll see how it does on the trip. And going back over here, right here is my Garmin Zumo 650 mount. I just kind of have it. I used to have it hooked up to the tech mount, and I've transitioned to using my phone as GPS more. So I just kind of have this. It's got an adapter mount to go on here, so I could just take off the this top part of the tech mount and then attach my Garmin mount if I need to. If I get in bad weather or my phone takes a crap, then I still have a GPS, and that's wired directly to the bike. Alright, moving on is my tank bag. This is actually an upgraded tank bag. It's a Suzuki, obviously Suzuki accessory part. This is actually, I think they make it for the updated DL1000. I just got it and used the mounting system for my bike specific. So I bought this off of Amazon actually for cheaper than you can get it on Oneida Suzuki, which is what I was looking at. The tank bag ran me about $225, and then the gas cap mount I got from Twisted Throttle for about, I think, $45 or whatever. I used to have a magnetic tank bag, and I just upgraded to this. If y'all want to see the tank bag specifically, leave me a message, and I'll give you a little review of the tank bag. Okay, moving on, I've got here we go, just got a little some crash guards. There's nothing major, just help protect the plastics a little bit better. These I got, you can see right there, from T-Rex Racing. Forget how much I paid for them, but they're fairly cheap. And got my battery charger on the bike right now, just keeping it hooked up until I leave tomorrow morning. Alright, moving on. You'll see I've got a full set of Trax hard luggage. I love these. Pretty waterproof. They come with waterproof bags. The mounts are good. I love the mounts, and they hold a lot of gear. Done a couple of things to the bags just to improve them and make them my own. Some of it's kind of ghetto, but it works for me. You'll see I've got a little 550 cord right here on all the mounting points. I also have, I believe they're 10-liter waterproof bags, so when my wife goes on a trip with me, this is usually her side and my side is over there, and we'll strap additional gear in the waterproof bags using rock straps crossed, and the bags just sit on top, which seems to work pretty well. I've also added some little reflective stickers to the sides to help me stand out a little bit better. You can see that. Little additional reflective stickers on there. Alright, well, let's get into some of the bags on the bike and what I have in them. This is a Wolfman dry bag. I connect this using rock straps as well. This has all my camping and sleeping gear in it. I've got a sleeping mat, I've got a one-person tent, I've got a air pillow, and just it's a poncho liner blanket. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. It's called a poncho liner. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's summer here in Georgia, so that's probably all I'm going to need at night. Alright. Let's open up this hard bag and see what's inside. Alright. I love how the bag's open to the front also. Okay, this is just going to be some other of my camp gear and some additional supplies. I've got a little machete in there, chop up firewood if I need to. Inside I've got extension cords, I've got a solar panel here, charge things up. I've got dinner for 3 days, some Mountain Home Mills, coffee cup, coffee making equipment, a couple other odds and ends. I'll make some more videos about what my actual camping setup is when I park tomorrow night. All right, moving on. Okay, there we go. I've got a Akrapovic slip-on exhaust. I love the sound. I love the look of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't too much like the stock exhaust. Alright, see what we got in the top case. Nothing much. I don't plan on putting much in there. That's usually where my tank bag goes to get locked up, and a couple other odds and ends. I keep an extra waterproof bag if I need it, and then these are the rock straps I use for my Wolfman bag right here. Alright, let's close that up. Alright, this is the bigger case. Alright, inside here, this is going to be, I'm going to have a waterproof bag in here that it's a SWMOTEC waterproof bag that comes with the cases. Fits in here great. That's where I'm going to keep all my clothing, and also an extra pair of walking shoes goes in here. Here I've got a first aid kit. I don't know if I'm going to put this in here or my top case yet. I'll decide once I put my clothing waterproof bag in here. This is just one I made myself. I usually keep in the car, but since I'm not going to be using my car right now, I'll use it in here. These are some additional tools. This is a little case. If I can get it open with one hand, that'd be great. In this pouch I've got some 550 cord, some Allen wrenches. I've got two little multi-socket and bit sets in here. They're a lot easier than using Allen wrenches, and some of the bits work for some things, and I've got an additional one for some of these bits work for other things. Also, I have in here a pair of bike-specific jumper cables. Obviously, they're real small. The clamps actually are easy to clamp onto the battery, and yeah, I guess UAZA makes them. I think I got this on Amazon, so just look up UAZA motorcycle jumper cables, and it should come right up. Alright, that's pretty much it in there. Okay, I also have a tool tube here from Twisted Throttle. This is going to house my I've got grease rag in there and some grease to do some track lubricate, or not, my bad, some chain lubrication if I need to. I like that. It's waterproof. Gives me a little bit of extra room to where I don't have to store big bottles somewhere else. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see here. What else do we have? That's pretty much it. Up under here, I've got, I'd show you, but I don't have my keys out here with me. Got a tire inflator that hooks up to my SAE cable here. All my electronics are wired up under here. I'll show y'all that in a different video, I guess. I've got my tool bag in here. It's a Wolfman tool case. Kind of put together my own tool kit, a little bit higher quality. And that's about it. If y'all have any questions or any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them when I get a chance. Alright, thanks for watching.